ini fresi. Imastaculum corazonhu. Imastaculum e corazonhu. Zanimos figuranina senhorhu. Refesta mais sada, bye pertehi. Zanhu defendi, inengi cultura, ilanguahi, ai, ihanam, sanantanam chamor.
Iranshaku diretu izazuas tata.
Estuo fitma, gihu, biblia. Zandivenderahu, ivandanan guahan.
Buenas and Hafaday. Guahusi Tiffany Kirigua, thank you for watching our annual Mes Tomoru television program, Historian y Islata. In this episode, we will hear another amazing fact from the Guampedia.com book titled 101 Amazing Facts About Guam. As well, Polly Eric Forbes will share with us the Chamorro word mangi. Then Terry Flores from the University of Guam will share her favorite legend, the legend of the Tanduki banana tree. Sit back and take in our celebration of Mes Tomoru as the show has just begun. Welcome back to Historia y Islata. Right now, we will take a listen to Polly Eric Forbes as he explains to us the Chamorro word, mangi.
Mangi is one of those Chamorro words that is heard very often because, needless to say, there's a lot of mangi food to be eaten on this island every day. And mangi means delicious, tasty. But let's make sure we're pronouncing the word right. It's not mangi, ma-ngi. We need to hear that hard N at the end of the first syllable. Man-ngi. And did you catch that glotta at the end of it? A glotta marks a glottal stop, a tightening of the back of the throat to cut off the sound abruptly. Nge, man-ngi. That's how you pronounce the word. The mangi thing about the Chamorro word mangi is that it can be used for more than food. This time of year, when it is often breezy and cool at night, the evening can be called mangi. Mangi kada mandadanya y familia. It's nice every time the family is getting together. If you're going to scold someone, a friend might advise you, na mangi ifino mo gizagwiza. Make nice your words towards that person. Almost anything pleasing or delightful can be called mangi. Mangi na setmun, a nice sermon in church. Mangi na show, a nice movie. Our sense of taste is one of the more striking sensations among the five senses. It is more easily and more quickly stimulated, in good and bad ways, than perhaps some of our other senses. If we taste something bitter or something very sweet, it makes a strong physical impression on our palates. As we in our islands enjoy good food, perhaps it should be no surprise that our psychology is to call delicious anything that is pleasing or nice. So let's all try to be mangi tau tau, nice people, today, and have a mangi na haani, a delightful day.
Tune in again next week as Polly Eric will share another Chamorro word or phrase with us. Still to come, we will hear a legend that most of us haven't heard. Right now, Rita Nauta from Guampedia.com will share with us this week's factoid on a couple of our island's cultural icons from their book, 101 Amazing Facts About Guam.
Buenas, Tautel Guahan. Guahu si Rita Nauta from Guampedia.com, a community project that highlights the unique Chamorro heritage and history of Guam and the Marianas. We invite you to know our island and know our history with Guampedia.com's book, 101 Amazing Facts About Guam. Created by the ancient people of the Mariana Islands, lati are the stone pillars that were used as house supports. Did you know they were built around the same time the Mayan pyramids were constructed? And that no other Pacific culture is known to have used this particular form of stone architecture. Like the lati, the sling stone, or atsu atupet, is a cultural icon frequently used in Guam's contemporary pop culture to exhibit Chamorro pride and cultural identity. In ancient times, the sling stone was the signature weapon of Chamorro warriors. A prized art of warfare, the knowledge of how to carve and hurl these stones was passed down from older to younger males. Today, the sling stone shape is part of the design of the official Guam flag and seal, and is often used in architectural designs such as the new Guam Museum. Learn more amazing facts about our island and history with 101 Amazing Facts About Guam, available online at guampedia.com or at UOG's Triton Bookstore and Iputian, the Star Boutique at the Chamorro Village. Sizu Usmaasi.
I did notice that sling stone shape in the new museum. Proceeds from the sale of the book will go to Guampedia and their efforts to preserve our island's culture and history. All right, everyone, it is story time. We now present the legend of Tsetdan Tanduki, or the legend of the Tanduki banana tree. Telling the folktale will be University of Guam professor Teresita Flores.
Hafa. I am Teresita C. Flores, and I teach the Chamorro language at the University of Guam. I am here to share with you a story that was passed on by my great-grandparents, my parents on to me, and now I would like to share it with you. Hafade, guau si Senora Flores, mama na nagwidyo Universidad Guahan. Es una historia para bayo sangani ham tupago, ginin I Manueloko, Zanguelako siya, ginin as nanaw zan tatahu, pues pago, bayo sangani hamzu no este na historia. Este na historia pud I tronkon sotdan ni maaagang Tsetdan Tanduki. Este Tsetdan Tanduki magofongi ni man amko disti antitis na tiempo na inkantao. Inkantao sa zaingin para ufanoksa za humuzing ifafalonia. Antes di babagui ifafalo, siyempre podong uno na atso ni gini ni fafalo. Este na atso, zangin unsuli ni naihaw minetgut, minenhalum, zan minesngun. Lo, nisisita un tagam este na atso ni patsot mo. Tisina na paron tagam ni kanay mo, nisisita un tagam este na atso ni patsot mo. Zaun tagam ni atso, pues hutsu mi patsot mo. Na mafnunot. Pula siyempre nilie mo na manama niyo. Mga matendi. Pula siyempre lokwi hinimngok mo na manama niyo na kati zan inigong. Agagang siyempre na inigong zan kati siya. Lo mga maatendi. Siyempre lokwi unini diferentes klaseng pagwa ni man mutong. Mga maatendi. Hutsu mi patsot mo. Za mga masot tay atsu. Sa kumupodong, matsule gonaw ni tau-tau mo na, za tiyon mana itati. Pues hutsu mi patsot mo na mafnunot, zun falago dururu sa gwatu gigima mo. Zan moto gigima mo, na I atsu. Anay ti paraw masoda, solo ki haguha. Mga umersangani, za ginin esti na atsu, un nanangga kon tempo. Sa siyempre, un menhalum, un medgut, zang kun todo mesmon haw siyempre. Este na istorya, talo, gini ni man amko, zaman masangangan ni man hoben, pues si man hoben, esigwi sa sunya, iparenfan masangani ka na hunsong todo. Pues este na atsu, talo gay ni na sinya, zang ginong soda, zang tagam, pues swet tiyaw. Kogwaha tiningo mo, anay sinyon soda, Tsetdan Tanduki?
I have never heard that legend. Thank you so much to Teresita Flores for sharing that with us. Hopefully, it'll be told to the generations to come. Coming up here on Historia en Islata, we will tempt your sweet tooth with some finat mamis tamoru. You're watching Historia en Islata. Welcome back to the third of 4 episodes in this 2016 Mes Tamoru television celebration, Historia en Islata. I am Tiffany Kirigwa, Sidzuhus Masi for watching. Cassava. We all know of it and recognize it at the dessert table. But do we really know what cassava is? It is a long, round, starchy root that has a brown, fibrous skin and a snowy white inside. Some nicknames for cassava include yuca, yuca root, mandioca, and tapioca. This thing has been around since the days before Christopher Columbus and is said to be native to Brazil and tropical areas of the Americas. How it ended up here on Guam and this part of the region is a whole different story that we will share at a later time. But right now, owner of Cali Cakery in Chalampago, Alicia Tovis Cali, will now share her mother's cassava cake recipe.
Half a day and welcome to Cali Cakery. I'm Alicia and today I have my mom, Cynthia. Today we are going to do our version of the cassava cake. So to start off, we would like to preheat our oven to 350 degrees just to get our oven started. And then we will lightly coat our pan with shortening just to make sure it doesn't stick. So this is pretty easy. Our ingredients, there's no way to put it in, you just put it all together. So our motto is the best is fresh. Fresh is the best. So we start with our mandioca. If we don't have fresh mandioca, then we just go ahead and use frozen cassava. That works just as well too. But if you really want to get the best taste, we always suggest to use fresh. So we start with that, and then we put in fresh coconut milk. Again, if we don't have coconut milk, we can use the can. So today we are using the canned coconut. Next we have manha. Today we are using Macapono strings. We can use that too if you don't have any fresh manha. And then we have our sugar and our sweetened milk. So we just put it all in a bowl, mix it all up. Until it's nice. All the ingredients are incorporated together. So I might take a little mussel because everything's in there. But as soon as you see that everything's all mixed well, then you can go ahead and pour it into your pan. We like to use a second pan on the bottom with the aluminum pan that we're using, so you can have sturdy underneath so it won't spill into your oven. And we also like to use the aluminum pan so when people come over we can just give it away, right? It's the best way to give things away. So we put it into the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. And in between you're looking for just a little bit of firmness so you can pull the cassava out and you're able to egg wash it. So it should look something like this, just firm enough for you to go ahead and put your egg wash. Our egg wash is made of eggs and sweetened milk. You just mix that together and then brush it onto your cake. This will give your cake its nice and golden brown texture at the end. Okay, when that's done, you put it back into the oven for about 20 minutes or until your crust on the side is nice and golden brown, and that's when you know it's ready. And as soon as it's nice and golden brown, you take it out of the oven, and this is how it looks. It's ready to eat right away, or you can put it to the side and have it chilled and wait. But who wants to wait, right? Wouldn't you rather eat it right away? Right? Yes. Mom says yes. Thank you for watching. I'm Alicia and Cynthia from Cali Cakery. Have a great day.
That looks delicious. Thank you, Alicia. Before we close out this episode of Historia en Islata, let us take a look at another of Guam's musical legends 2.0. With no further ado, we will now share with you Guam's Musical Legends 2.0, featuring the Daughters of Radiance vocalist and bass player David Borja. Here is Luis Borja Muña and Lynn Borja Paulino.
Hi, I'm Lynn Paulino.
And I'm her sister, Louise Muña. We are the daughters of David R. Borja, and he's a musician, longtime musician here on the island of Guam. He's part of the Radiance.
Yes.
We're part of the Radiance. Actually, he brought us into the Radiance in, when did you join?
I started in 1989.
89? 87?
No, 87.
87. I started in 1990, so I'm actually one of the youngest members of the group. My dad joined the Radiance back in 1976, but although he's not one of the original members, the Radiance started like in 1964. And so we're kind of the newest generation of the Radiance, but still have been together with the band for 30 years already. So the Radiance have been going for a long time. So it's really nice to be here and represent not just the band, but even this generation of musicians as well. Our dad has influenced us musically. Together, we learn how to bond with each other vocally. I think our DNA plays a very big part on how our voices blend and mesh well together. It was a little difficult when he passed away to not have that third voice that he normally blends with us, but we've managed to make it happen, and the Radiant's still playing today. So he's still a very big influence on us, even when we practice, and we feel like when he doesn't like it, he'll turn off our speaker or he'll make something crack on the side. Yeah. And I think the whole band kind of can attest to that too as well. So this song was a collaborative effort with the band members, even prior to me and Lynn joining, that was written by Mike Franquez, and the music was produced or created by Ken Conception and my dad, Dave Borja, and the whole group together. And we didn't record it until we put together the By Request album in the 90s. So, and we were very proud to be a part of it. It's the Radiance only original and one of the most adored Chamorro love songs on Guam today.
Sengat bui puengi para tahi tanados tisinya uhasu mas malago Sengat bui puengi para tahi tanados tisinya uhasu Otrukini hagu Hitestiku Guini na puengi Bayo fresi Haunu Guina taku Conformi nu esti na sentimentu Hagu malagohu para todo e tempo Pues guini na puengi Ana humita na dos Sangani tupaku Nu intention mu Guina tamu para Guam necessário na preva e coração se mexe em ti o quais o necessita nele munga humana pagu
Mas malago
Thank you so much, Louise and Lynn. The Radiants live on today, still with their passion for sharing great music to island residents. Look out for them in Guam's night scene. We will be back to wrap up the show in a few minutes. Well, that is a wrap for this episode of Historia en Isleta. Join us again next week for the final episode, where we will continue to celebrate Mes Temoru. We thank you so much for watching this episode of Historia en Isleta, our celebration of Mes Temoru 2016. Until then, Biba Temoru, Biba Guahan, Biba Mes Temoru.